Before there were 7 continents, there was one. One endless land mass that stretched from pole to pole, where deserts met glaciers and oceans surrounded everything. This wasn't just ancient Earth, this was Pangaea, the supercontinent that ruled the planet for 160 million years. And it was a world that looked nothing like ours. A world where monsters ruled the shadows, and extinction was just the next sunrise away. Go back 300 million years. The Carboniferous period is ending. The world's land masses, once scattered like puzzle pieces, begin to collide in slow motion. Africa slams into Europe. North America fuses with Eurasia. Mountains rise higher than the Himalayas. Volcanoes roar where seas once flowed. The collision creates a single colossal continent, surrounded by an ocean called Pangaea. From space, Earth now looks alien, a massive brown scar of land cutting through a deep blue sea. No green forests, no polar ice caps, just rock, heat, and fire. Pangaea was a world of contrast. Along the coasts, humid jungles sprawled under constant rain. In the interior, an endless sun-scorched desert stretched thousands of miles. No rain could reach its center. The air shimmered like molten glass. Winds screamed across dunes the size of mountains, and in the distance, volcanoes bled smoke into a copper sky. The average summer, 45 feet to sea. Winters that froze entire valleys overnight. This was not a world for the weak. Before dinosaurs, Earth belonged to the synapsids, creatures that looked like a mix between reptiles and mammals. The most dominant of them all, Dimetrodon. Meet a predator that lived 50 million years before the first T-Rex. 12 feet long, a spine-frilled sail rising like a blade across its back. Its jaws were lined with serrated teeth, designed not for chewing, but for tearing chunks of flesh. On the floodplains of Pangaea, Dimetrodon was death incarnate. Where rivers met the sea, giant amphibians ruled, creatures like Prionosuchus stretching up to 9 meters long. It was basically a crocodile before crocodiles existed, a shadow lurking beneath swampy waters, waiting for anything foolish enough to drink. Its skull alone was longer than a man. Its bite was instant death. Pangaea's wetlands were hunting grounds, and every ripple was a warning, but something new was rising from the ashes. Around 230 million years ago, the first true dinosaurs appeared. Coelophysis, small, agile, fast, darted across the dry plains. Plateosaurus, herbivores the size of buses, grazed among cycads and ferns. These early dinosaurs weren't yet the giants we imagine, but they were built differently, lighter, faster, and far more adaptable than anything before them. The age of reptiles was about to become the age of titans, and towering above them all came Postosuchus. It wasn't a dinosaur, but it looked like one, a terrifying crocodile-reptile hybrid. 7 meters long, jaws powerful enough to crush bone. Its back was armored with thick, bony plates, its stride eerily upright, almost like a T-Rex prototype. Fossils show it ruled the dry basins of Pangaea like a king. Nothing challenged it, until the Earth itself began to change. Around 200 million years ago, the supercontinent began to tear apart. Deep beneath the crust, molten rock built pressure for millions of years. Then it cracked. The Central Atlantic magmatic province erupted, a volcanic chain stretching over 2.5 million square miles. Lava flowed for centuries. Carbon dioxide flooded the air. The climate spiraled out of control. 75% of species vanished. Forests burned. Oceans turned acidic. And when the smoke cleared, Pangaea was no longer whole. The continents had begun to drift apart. Africa, North America, Europe, Asia. Each carried with it the seeds of new worlds and new life. Pangaea may be gone, but its fingerprints are everywhere. The same fossils of identical plants and reptiles are found in South America and Africa, proof that they were once connected. The Appalachian Mountains in the US share the same geological roots as the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. Even the Atlantic Ocean itself still follows the tear line left behind by Pangaea's breakup. Every wave that crashes against a beach today once flowed across the edges of a single world. Pangaea was more than a continent. It was an experiment in life on a planetary scale. It gave rise to predators that could sprint like lightning, herbivores the size of buildings, and the ancestors of almost every creature alive today. But in the end, even a continent that vast couldn't outrun time. When Earth split apart, it didn't destroy life, it scattered it. And from that chaos came us, the world we stand on, our nations, our oceans, our very map, is built on the bones of a continent long forgotten. This was Pangaea. And for a moment in time, it was the entire world. Earth's hidden frame,